Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The leaders of Kosovo and Serbia met in Brussels to discuss the impasse they are with license plates. Big deal. The problems are more fundamental than the license plates, but the Serbs will not give an inch, and I don't think they should. That's my assessment on this one. But if we consider, or if they want to consider Kosovo a country, then I think the Serbs who live in that country, should abide by the laws of that country. Now, what if they don't recognize that country? Now that's a little thing, a little problem. As I used to have a friend who, when we were supposed to do something, I don't know, go in the mountainside or do something like that. Let's say we were supposed to do it in 2 days. He would call me, or we would meet and say, we got a little problem. Okay, and what is the little problem? And it was always we, but actually he had a big problem that canceled the whole thing. But we have a little problem. The same here. They have to, the little problem here. Well, that's a big problem over there in the Balkans. So we have an article from Reuters on August 18th. Serbia, Kosovo failed to break car number plate impasse. Agreed to more talks. It's not about the license plate. It's about the whole issue. Until you take the Serbs out of Serbia and you bring the Bangladeshis over there, they will not agree with Serbia losing Kosovo. Okay? That's a given from the very beginning, the get-go. It's like a foundation. And with what happened with NATO, the defensive alliance, bombarding Yugoslavia in 1999, Serbia, do you think they will forget about that? Do you think they love the defensive alliance? Nah. Unless, as I said, you either come and do like this, snap your fingers, and all the Serbs will forget about it, Kosovo and the bombardments of illegal bombardments, just say that, add that, then you need, I don't even know if you're going to have generations able to brainwash the Serbians. That would be in the Serbian people's conscience forever. Because how do they have Kosovo, how was it, 1350, it was the Battle of Kosovo. There were two of them actually, but one was more important than the other one. But both more important against the Turks, the Ottomans. So they didn't forget it from almost 700 years almost. Do you think they're going to forget about Kosovo being, in their opinion, snatched with force by NATO and given to the Albanians, who the Serbs say, well, they have nothing to do over here. So that's how people like to live together. In the diversity is our strength here in the United States. Yeah, that's a good example over there, how people like to live together of different kinds. Each tribe wants to have its own territory. You put two tribes on the same territory, they will fight. All right, so European Union's Borrell. Borrell is not an elected official, just so you know. Borrell is an appointed one, okay? But he's a leader that somehow dictates and makes all kind of, he has opinions and he's very respected. EU Borrell says discussions to resume in the coming days. Car plate spat deadline could escalate tensions again, and with war in Europe, this is no time for dispute, Borrell says. Now, just so you know, the Westerners, when they look at everything that's past Poland is at the border. Past Poland, for them, that's not Europe. Got it? Go and ask them, they're like, that's Asia. Who are those? Now, Ukraine and Russia is part of Europe somehow. How things want to be changed just, to fit the narrative. I'm just saying that because I lived in the area and I met people, and I know how we were. I was born in Romania, so I met people when I went to Germany. I went to France, I went to the Netherlands, I went to Sweden, I went to Austria, I went to Poland, I went to many countries in Europe, numerous times. So I spoke with people. That's how they view those guys. But that's my direct experience. Maybe things changed, but I don't think so. Right? And we Romanians were called gypsies. Why? Because we are something over there like that. Did we like that? No, we didn't like that. Am I a gypsy? No. So why do I care if you call me a gypsy? You might not like it because I don't identify me with gypsy, which is a derogatory term wherever you go. You can say, well, it is. It's a derogatory term used for certain reasons. I'm not going to get into reasons, all right? But if you're called a gypsy in Europe, unlike here at the States, here it has a different meaning that, hey, you're like partying, very nice, happy, artistic inclined, playing. That's Bill, I'm a gypsy, Bob Dylan. How many people do not sing about gypsy? I'm a gypsy banger. Well, in Europe, if you say gypsy, it's not that kind of connotation. You are this and this and this. Huh? I know how people not all of them, but I'm just saying, people that I met. NATO says peacekeepers in northern Kosovo ready to intervene. Where? They're going to attack Serbia? NATO? Oh my. So, Brussels, August 18th. The leaders of Serbia and Kosovo failed to resolve differences, fueling tensions between the estranged Balkan neighbors during talks on Thursday. But they agreed to resume discussions again on September 1st, deadline that could stoke further unrest. Nothing will happen. They will not go to an agreement. If they get an agreement, Vucic will be like that. And the other ones will try more. Probably they're going to say, no, it must be done. The Serbs will say no, and say, what's your move? We got the protectors here. They're going to beat your ass. So that's how it goes over there. Unhappily, we did not yet come to an agreement today, EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell told reporters after several hours of closed-doors talks in Brussels between Serbian President Aleksandar Vucic and Kosovo Prime Minister Albin Kurti. But, I'm quoting again, but it is not the end of the story. It certainly is not. I'm telling you, we all know, we're waiting. Both leaders agreed that the process needs to continue and the discussion will resume in the coming days. Good. Tensions between Serbia and Kosovo flared this month when Pristina said it would oblige Serbs living in the north who are backed by Belgrade and do not recognize Kosovo institutions to start using card license plates issued in Pristina. I said, if you're a country, you do that. If you're not a country, you don't. The situation calmed after Kosovo Prime Minister Albin Kurti used under US and EU pressure agreed to postpone the number plate rules until September 11, and NATO peacekeepers oversaw the removal of roadblocks set up by Serbs. Yeah, so there is still time until September 1st. I don't give up, Borrell said. Well, nobody asked you. You should not even be involved, Borrell. What is the European Union's issue with two countries that are not in the European Union? Neither in NATO. Anyway, so it says Kosovo won independence from Serbia in 2008, almost a decade after guerrilla uprising against repressive Belgrade rule. So now this sounds, Kosovo won independence from Serbia in 2008, almost a decade after a guerrilla uprising against repressive Belgrade rule. Sounds like Kiev and Donbass. No? No? Oh, okay, all right, I just want to make sure. So, yeah, Vucic says a difficult day is behind us. And I think it will be more difficult in the future for you and for everybody else. Because if Vucic does something stupid, he's going to be in trouble. And I don't think he will. I mean, if I would be a Serb, just so you know, if I would be a Serb, if this would happen to Serbia and Vucic would do that, I would say that president is a traitor. Because I put myself in a Romanian shoes. If Transylvania will be taken by Hungary, let's say, Hungary that I like because of Orban, and the foreign minister Shuzdo, or whatever his name is, great guy, intelligent, good. Then if that happens, what do you think? I'm going to be okay with the Romanian president going over there and say, hey, you know what, that's cool, man, you take Transylvania, that's fine, that's great, yeah, we're cool, man. Yeah, no. So I know I kind of know what the feeling is for a Serb when you talk about that, about Kosovo. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and in September 1st, nothing's gonna happen. You see. All right? Be just, man. Look for the truth and be just. Finding the truth makes you be just if you use logic and other ancient Greek values. See ya.